What's up everyone and welcome back to another video. I'm Mr. Blast and today we're taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Constructicon Scavenger from the 1986 Transformers, the movie. We're going to go over his articulation, we're going to go over any of the accessories that he comes with, and we're going to take a look at his transformation, and we're going to find out if this Constructicon is more than meets the eye. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to take a quick look at the vehicle mode, and yeah, there's not a whole lot of detail to this guy. He's got way more detail than the other one that I reviewed. I believe it was Bone Crusher. He had like no purple on him whatsoever. This guy at least has some color, a little bit of the dark silver paint here, some of that lighter silver right here. His chest cavity also has silver with a really nice Decepticon logo right there, and it looks really good. His little pistol laser, it's just hollowed out. There's not a lot to it. It's just there for decoration to show that he's got a gun and you better run. Here's the back side of it. There is one thing I will also point out, that this guy doesn't have any wheels, like at all. He's just, that's it. That's all you get. There is nothing else to the bottom of it. If you compare it to this guy right here, the Combiner Wars Devastator, he's got a little more detail to him. Of course, he's kind of a little bit of a mess here. There's more hollow bits on the underside of this guy, and of course, he does have rollers. He's got 1, 2, 3 sets of wheels compared to the Studio Series. Doesn't have it at all, but there's the bottom side. Little bits that they've changed. Of course, the scale is way different. The green is different. On this guy, you can actually pose the shovel. On this one, you cannot. So there's little things here and there that are different about these two, but they're almost the same. It's almost like they just took this mold, changed a few things, and made it smaller. I like this guy's transformation better than his. His legs are hot garbage. But anyway, let's put this off to the side, and there's another Decepticon logo for you so you guys can see that up close and personal. You can fold this all the way down, especially when he's on Devastator. He's Devastator's right arm, so yeah, you definitely want to have that folded down. So let's take a quick second. I'm going to adjust the camera and we're going to transform him. He's really easy to do. Okay, so first thing I do is I put the shovel all the way out because we're going to have to move this piece eventually. But let's take his little laser pistol off here. Let's go up underneath and pull the first leg down, flip it around like this. Pull this one down, do the same thing, flip it around. Just be careful that this will twist, so just make sure it all goes together. And you've kind of got his legs going. His feet, pretty easy to split them apart at the very bottom. And he has knee joints, so pretty good. It's actually a nice 90 degree. So there's that. The other side, flip it around, flip this out. This one's a little bit tougher on mine for some reason. But there you go. Now he's got flat feet and he's got knees. He also has ankle pivot, so just be aware of that. It actually goes way out. So you can actually get some pretty good poses from this guy. It's not the most articulated ankle pivot because you have to kind of spread his legs all the way apart to get that. But anyway, let's move on to his chest cavity. We're going to flip this down right here, and we're going to pull his head out, close that up, and you're going to flip his arms. You can flip them both at the same time if you'd like. I'm going to open this. Yeah, you got to pull his shoulder up, flip that forward. Make sure you snap this into place like that. And then his hand kind of folds out and it does lock in place. I don't think his shoulder does. I think his shoulder is just kind of like there. So we're going to take the other arm, do the same thing, flip the shoulder up, lock this in. This one locks in more than this one does, but whatever. That arm holds, that's all that matters. Flip his hand out like so. And you'll notice that this is actually painted. This is just black plastic. They painted it similar to the green that they use here for the molded plastic. I'm not a huge fan of how that looks, and of course the cavities that these Transformers are known for, they're just there. It makes me wonder if they're going to do a different version of these guys, kind of like what they did with the Combiner Wars Devastator, where there was a Takara Tomy version and then there was a Hasbro version of it. So, but now he's fully transformed. Just kind of fold this back down, and that's really it. One big thing that really bugs me about this guy is this. He has no mass in his torso, which is just weird to me. He doesn't have any waist swivel. He can kick his legs up at least. I mean, he can do that. He can go all the way up if he needs to. He can go all the way back down. Like I said, the knees are there, so you can bend the knees if you need to. And he's got a decent ankle pivot. Mine, like I said, I have to get really dynamic poses to make him stand up straight with that. The face looks pretty good. I mean, that's Scavenger. Looks just like him. So definitely can't argue with that. And there's his chest cavity. Not much in there. It's just hollow. So, and the backside, side profile. And that's it. Oh, we got to put his little gun in his hand too. Where is that? Here it is. And there it is. That's basically him in his robot form, whatever you want to say. And he looks good. I mean, he definitely is. He's definitely Scavenger, whether it's for better or for worse. Let's bring the camera down just a smidgy. You guys can get a better look at him. So yeah, you're getting some pretty dynamic poses with him because he's got that really crazy good ankle pivot, which is nice to have on Transformers. I imagine that when they have these meetings to make these figures, they're like, look, we have to turn them into action figures as well. They need to stay as Transformers. And they kind of try to have to come with a happy medium when they do stuff like this. So it's either going to be really extreme or just none at all. And I'd much rather have ankle pivot on my bots than none at all. So, because you might be that person that poses your Transformers like this. I have no idea. I do sometimes, but most times when I buy combiners, I combine them. I put the giant robot on my shelf and it looks great. And then I dust it off every couple of months because that's what we do, you know? So, but yeah, he looks pretty good in his robo form. And we're going to put him back into vehicle mode so we can show you guys what he looks like there. Also his arms, they're on like a weird ball joint. So you can probably pop these out if you're not careful with it. So just be careful. Don't break your toys. All right, so we're going to take his gun out of his hand. We're going to put his hands back into place here. I'm just going to put his head back in the cavity now. So, bam, it's gone. He's headless. Okay, we're going to... I do it a little bit differently. I'm going to put his knee back in. Of course, pop his foot back into place. Make sure it's all snapped in. That's actually one good thing about this guy is that everything kind of snaps in. So, and then snap that. Put his feet down like so. And this part, we need to take... Mine gets really snapped in there, so it has popped off of this here a couple of times, so I have to just put it back in. It doesn't break, because it's on a really soft, like, joint, I guess, so just be aware of that. Fold his arms back in. Make sure that you line this piece up with this right here. So you kind of push that in there, and then just kind of lock this down. It doesn't snap, but you'll feel it go into place. So yeah, you can kind of see mine doesn't 100% line up with this right here. I can try my best to get it back in there, but it's probably going to take me longer just to do that than actually transform the entire bot. So I'm just going to leave it like that for now. So mine just kind of stuck like that. So I probably did have it fixed at one point, but then I was like, whatever, I don't really care. No one else is going to see it. So, and once again, you fold his arms back, make sure that these purple ball joints are showing on the bottom like so. Make sure you line this up with this right here. So it's kind of a tight fit, but it's good because it does hold it in place. And then once again, you just take his leg, pull it up and around like so, lock it in. There are little purple tabs right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Purple tabs right here that kind of go in here in this little slot. So just tab that in like that. Do the same thing for the other side. And bam, bam, there you go. You're back in your vehicle form. So like I said, this is kind of a bummer right here. I probably could shove this in here, but it would take me longer to do that than anything else. I don't know. I kind of pushed my fingernail into that to kind of push it back in place. So not the most ideal way of doing it, but there he is in his vehicle form. And he looks good in both forms. He looks pretty good in his arm on Devastator. But again, we buy these guys because that's what we want these figures for. We want them for the complete experience for creating Devastator. So let me grab the extra piece so that we can show you what he looks like in the arm form. So hang on one second. Okay, so we have acquired all necessary parts. So the first thing you want to do is you want to fold in his shovel, kind of like this. You can leave the gun on here as well. It does not get in the way of transformation. So you're going to go back underneath Scavenger and you're going to flip this out. Actually, take his legs apart. It makes it much easier. Take his legs apart and you're going to grab this piece right here and you're going to fold it all the way out. Then we're going to take his legs, just lock them back in place, like so. And you're going to take this piece, just fold it down like that, flip this around, and you're going to get your right arm piece right here. And there is a peg that's inside right here. Put a light on so you guys can see it better. And it's going to line up with this little hole right here. So just kind of finagle it around here and push it in place, and that's it. There's nothing else to it. You can kind of give it more of an aggressive look by having his shovel out if you want to. You can pose whatever you want. It's your Transformer, your toy, do whatever you want. But that's it. There's really not a whole lot to it. Devastator's hand does open. It doesn't have any thumb articulation. I'm guessing that there's going to be a third-party company that's going to make parts for this to make him a little more flexible. Maybe give him some more shoulder width. But for now, this is what we got. So, but that's it. This has been a review of Transformers Studio Series Scavenger from Transformers the Movie. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up. Let me know down below if you'll be picking up all of the parts to create a new Devastator. And until then, I'm Mr. Blast, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.